Hello kids, welcome back again to our video lessons in Math 4. We are now in quarter 3, week 5 and 6. The reference that I am using from Math for Life 4 can be found on page 170. Your teacher, Mr. Ray D. Montesilio. At the end of this lesson, you are expected to find the greatest common factors of two numbers. Please prepare the following: your ball pen and paper. This is a sample worksheet paper that you are going to use. For today's lesson class, you will be learning about the greatest common factor or GCF. Now, let's think and understand. Finding the greatest common factor of two or more numbers is easy if you know how to get the prime factorization of a number. Later on, you will use the greatest common factor to simplify fractions. Sometimes, numbers have the same factors. These are called the common factors of the numbers. For example, the common factors of 32 and 48 are 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. Again, common factors of 32 and 48 are 1, they are common, 2, they are also common, 4, they are common, 8, they are common, and 16. This is the last common factors of 32 and 48. And if you were asked which one is the greatest, of course, the number 16, since they are the greatest number among the common factors. Next, the greatest common factor or GCF of two numbers is the greatest number that is factor of both numbers. For example, the greatest common factor of 32 and 48 is 16. To get the GCF, simply get the greatest number among the set of common factors. That is the greatest number in 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. So the greatest is 16. Another example, find the GCF of 20 and 12. You can get the GCF of 20 and 12 by using the listing method. Step 1. List all factors of 20 and 12. Factors of 20 we have 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, 20. If we are going to multiply, 4 times 5 is equal to 20. 2 times 10 is equal to 20. 1 times 20 is equal to 20. Meaning, they are factors of 20. Another, factors of 12. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. If we are going to multiply, 2 times 6 is equal to 12. 3 times 4 is equal to 12. 1 times 12 is equal to 12. They are the factors of 12. Step 2. Identify the common factors of 20 and 12. Common factors 1, 2, and 4. Again, common factors of 20 and 12. 1, they are common. 2, they are common. And 4. And of course, the greatest is 4. 4 is the greatest number among the common factors. Step 3. Get the greatest number in the set of common factors. Thus, the GCF of 20 and 12 is 4. That is how you are going to factorize or get the GCF of 20 and 12 by using listing method. Next, aside from listing the factors, another way of finding the GCF of two numbers is through prime factorization. Example, use prime factorization to find the GCF of 24 and 18. Step 1. Write the prime factorization of 24 and 18. Prime factorization of 24, 2, 3, 2, and 2. When we are going to multiply, 2 times 3 times 2 times 2 is equal to 24. And they are all prime numbers. Next, prime factorization of 18. We have 2, 3, and 3. When we are going to multiply, 2 times 3 times 3 is equal to 18. And they are all prime numbers. Step 2. Identify the common prime factors of 24 and 18. So, we have 2 and 3. Common factors of 24 and 18, we have 2 and 3, and nothing more. Step 3. Multiply the common prime factors of 24 and 18 to get the GCF of 6. 2 times 3 is equal to 6. Hence, the GCF of 24 and 18 is 6. Another example of prime factorization method. Let's try to find the GCF of 24 and 18. How will you get the prime factors of 24 or the factors of 24? You can use the 3 method. You can write it here, 24, and then think of 2 numbers that will get a product of 24. Let's have 3 times 8. Since 3 is already a prime number, we don't need to factorize. Let's proceed to 8. 8 is a composite number. We need to factorize. Think again of 2 number that will get a product of 8. Let's have 2 times 4. Since 4 is already a prime number, we don't need to factorize. Let's proceed to 4. It is a composite number. We need to factorize. Think again of 2 number that will get a product of 4. Let's have 2. Since 2 is already a prime number, so now it ends the factorization. Meaning, the prime factors of 24 are 3, 2, 2, and 2. These are the prime numbers of 24. Prime factors of 24. We have to write it here. 3 times 2 times 2 times 2. When we are going to multiply, 3 times 2 times 2 times 2 is equal to 24. Next, let's proceed to 18. How you will get the prime factors of 18? We can still use 3 method. 18. What are the 2 numbers to get the product of 18? Let's have 3 times 6. Since 3 is already a prime number, we don't need to factorize. Let's proceed to 6. Since 6 is a composite number, we need to factorize. Think of 2 number that will get a product of 6. Let's have 2 times 3. Since 2 and 3 already a prime number, we don't need to factorize. Now, it ends the factorization. We can use 3 times 2 times 3. 3. You have to place it here since they are common. Next, 2. Place it here since they are common. Next, 3 doesn't have common above. We have to place it here. Now, the question is, what are the common numbers of 24 and 18? So we have 3. They are common. 3 and 3. Next, 2. They are common. 2 and 2. And nothing more. We have to bring down 3 times 2. 3 times 2 is equal to 6. And then the answer, if you were asked, what is the GCF of 24 and 18? Your answer is 6. The greatest common factor of 24 and 18. 6. Children, I hope that you have learned something in our lesson in math subject. For your first activity, check your understanding. Answer and explain on your paper. You have to answer 1 up to 2. For your second activity, find the GCF of the following. Show your solution on your paper. 5 points for listing method and 5 points for prime factorization method. For your test 3, fill in the blanks with the correct numbers, then find their GCF. This activity can be found on page 174. You have to answer 1 up to 6. Always remember class, please keep your worksheets, paper and submit it to your teacher on the next returning and submission every Monday. The video lesson has ended class. Thank you for listening and goodbye.